All right. So I'm not gonna do anything until 9:30. Let me share my screen because I know y'all message me. Share your screen. I'll forget in a minute. All right. There we go. 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 All right. So let me get rid of this. All right. So I need to just kind of just hang out and wait till 9:30 and then see what happens. So I can draw this profile. So I can pull this profile. Got one. Oh, well, that's pretty much it. So now let me go ahead and pull it. Uh, all right. All right. Let me put these levels on here real quick. Um, Probably gonna sell off. Um, I could sell off into this overnight value, but I gotta get these lines on here first. One more line. Overnight POC. One more. All right, there we go. And I'll draw the other one once we get a few more minutes into the session. But there's no need to draw it right now. This is not gonna do anything. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we could sell off to 29,875, which is basically right here, which is not far at all. 29,875. 29,875. It's right there. 29,875. That's where we could come to. That's where you might see some situations giving you some issues at that level. Um let me get the let me see how many minutes are we? We're in 3 minutes. All right, so let me get this on here. Fixed range. All right, all right. Um all right. All right. Now we got. So what did it? Let me see. Where did we get? 75? All right, we didn't get there. Um, You're probably gonna sell off, probably right around that level. Where's 75? Um, let me just see for a minute. Okay, there's 75. So that's 75. I wouldn't put it right at 75 because that's where your issue is. We'll see if we can sell below 75 and let me see where we could be going. Oh. Right at 75, it rejected. That's so funny, man. Right at 75. I know that was at 75. It's got to be right there in that area. Look at that. Look at that. Right at 75, you rejected. Picked up those buyers. Boom. That's why I didn't get in at 75. Because if you get in right there at that, then you better be getting in for a buy or something because you finna get jacked. So if it puts me in at 29,869, then it's gonna put me in at 29,869. And I'm gonna look for 29. Let me see, where's 800? Probably somewhere down to 800 or something. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, probably somewhere down to 800. Um, but we gotta see if we're gonna come back down there. We may not come back down there. We may not. We could have rotated. We're above the POC. We're above the point of control on the tape. We're pushing. We're right at VWAP on the tape. Looks like price is shifting. You see how the tape saved you a loss. The tape saved you a loss, and definitely by me knowing that I'm not gonna put my entry at 75. It saves you a loss, right? Now it doesn't matter if price comes back down here and hits it now. Your stop loss most likely would have been hit because that would have probably been more than 100 ticks to where that's at. Yeah, your stop loss would have got tagged. So you see how the tape saved you a good loss if you knew how to read it. And that's why I like to do pending orders and not market execution orders because those market execution orders, it's saying put me in the market at whatever price and I'm willing to take a chance. And if you take the chance and you take the chance on this, then you would have got cooked. You'd got cooked on your stop loss. So that tape and learning and knowing how to read it saved a loss. So let's just look and see what's up to the upside. So 29,965 is to the upside. That's where you got sell side. What did I say? 965. That's right here. Um so we'll see. I still think we're gonna I think we could potentially trade lower. I'm telling you, it looks crazy, but we could. But we'll see though. Price is in the value area right now, so if it's in the value area, you really can't do anything. The value area is here and here. You can't really do anything in that area. You can't really do anything like in that area. There's the tape. That's what the tape is showing you. Trading below POC, below VWAP. That's POC, point of control. That's VWAP. This is your session volume profile. All these are high volume nodes that you see right here. That's it. So we're trading beneath those nodes, and that's a good thing. I still would be targeting probably like 800. I think that's where I said before, or let me say 29, 850. That's here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But you could get your sell. You could get your sell. You could get your sell. Mm. You could get your sell. Just trying to, I just want it on the board. I think you're gonna get a sell, guy. I think you're gonna get that sell. Um, but we're gonna see, guys. We're gonna see. My entry is gonna be at that 29,857. That 29,857. At 29,857, and then targeting around 800. Eh, they need to come on in. What is this? 8? Um, 29,20. Okay. Ah, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm getting out. I don't like it. I'm not gonna wait on that. I'm not gonna wait on that trade. I'm not gonna wait on that trade. I'm not gonna wait on that trade. Let's see what it does. So that's what you got going on right now. This is what you got going on right now on the tape. So we're gonna see what what we're gonna get. We're gonna see what we're gonna get from this. I love to see price trade lower, but I'm not gonna sit there and just wait on it. I'm like, nah. We're still below POC. We're coming at that right at POC on the tape. It's hovering. POC on the tape is 29,900. It's just rejecting that area, 29,900, which is right here. It's not really broken above that area. Not really, not yet anyway. It still has not broken that 900 yet. There's 900, but it hadn't, you ain't got no close yet. So now you do. Now you do. So now it's it's right back down below it. PLC is at 900, guys. PLC is at 900 on the tape. PLC is at 900 on the tape. That's it right there on the tape. This dotted line right here. It's trading above it now. It's trading above it now. It's trading below it. So you're just gonna have to just wait. Wait. You're just gonna have to wait. You're just gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. Wow. That's crazy. There we go. Let's see if we can get to the downside. If we do, I'm not even gonna be mad because I was not willing to risk any more than that. Even if it just drops off, I wouldn't even be mad. All right. Um, where's 850? 850 is gonna be here. 850 is gonna be here. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to wait for a little while till we just get out of this value area until price breaks out to the upside or to the downside. You can't 29,965. That's gonna be this level. I've already got it marked. So you can't really do anything right now. Um I'm thinking you're probably going to, if we are rotating, we hadn't broke this area, we just broke this POC. There's a chance that we could trade higher. Um, let me see. Well, there we go. It's gonna take me in at 29,929. 29,9 to 2965, but that might not even be worth it, to be honest with you. It's a little bit. 29,929.75. If it puts me in, that's where it's going to put me in at um, for the buy. If it puts me in. All right, it put me in. I'm up to 23, 35, 54. Targets met. Targets met. Targets met. Targets met. Went straight to take profit. And then what did it do? It rejected. That level was so accurate. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Donald, did you take it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ronald, you took it? Yes, sir. Sylvia, did you take it? Oh man, you should have took it, man. It was a good trade at that point because I'll tell you why in a minute. Keywan, did you take it? I don't know what he's doing. Okay, Alta, did you take it? Oh, or are you at work? I don't know. Alta, did you take it? Okay, she must be at work. All right, guys. So I'm going to tell you guys why this was a good setup. Why the sell did not play out. Because I mean, why I'm not going to say why it didn't play out, but I'm going to tell you what I saw to make me change my bias. Right. So right in this level, we were trading up under this POC, right on the tape. Let me see. Give me one second. Let me put the tape here. We were trading up under this level, right up under this POC. Price it could not get it, right? And at the time, none of this was here, right? And then I was like, okay, price fell right here, right? The sellers failed to gain control. And if you look here, this is where the move started, right? So when I looked at the tape, I mean, when I looked at price, I'm like, if we get above here and then we started getting to this value area high, price was already looking to trade higher. So I'm like, if we penetrate this and we come up here to my buy stop, we're probably going to trade to where these sellers are sitting. And those sellers were sitting right there. And that's where we got the move at. So, all right, guys, that was an awesome, 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 awesome call. A great setup, great setup, great setup. Um, yeah, 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 Grayson. So I'm about to jump off. Um, I'm just looking real quick, just kind of seeing if anything else was in play. I mean, if anything else is in play. I'll just show you what I'm looking at real quick. This is what I'm looking at real quick. Um, yeah, so let me see what could go down here. 29,850. You could see 29,850. Where's 29,850? 29,850 is going to be right here. So that's going to be about right in here. You could see that. Um, you could see that. um, but what time frame is that? 1 minute? You could see that. But you know, it could take you a while or it may not. I don't know. I don't know what time is going to happen, but you could see it. Right? You could possibly, if you was to take a sell, that would be my targets, would be right there, would be at 850. If I was to take a sell, I mean, I'm not, but if I was, that's probably um where I would take one. I mean, that's probably where my target would be. And then if we got below 850, then my target would be 800, 29,800, which is right here. That's what it would be. It would be 29,800. Be 29,800. 29,800. Well, I got glasses and still can't see the levels. That's bad. That's bad. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would probably be trying to target that area. If I was looking for a buy, especially if we rotated below this value area low right here, I'd be looking to target this area, right? But I would need to see a break and then a close up under this value area and then see the sellers in control before I took a move down to 800. But I would need to get past 850 first because 850's got 97 lots. And 97 lots is enough to, um, you know, cause you some issues, right? It's enough to cause you some issues. And, you don't really want those issues on the 1 minute chart when you're trading with like 100 tick stop loss. You don't want them, because it could definitely take you out. But we'll see for a few more minutes, what 53 for, 50, probably about 7, 8 more minutes, top of the hour, then I'm getting out of here. But we'll see. We'll just look and see what price ends up doing because price could end up coming back and then coming back for this area at 965. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the tape. Give me 1 second. This is insane. I'll show you what I see in a minute, but let me get my equilibrium. So 29.65 is not valid anymore. Those guys already made their money. So they're good. But Your next area, which is crazy. Oh my gosh, is this level right here? I'll show it to you in a minute. It's 3,000. That's your level. That's your level. There's 3,000. You got 294 lots sitting at 3,000, right? So what does that mean? That means if price starts to rotate higher at 30,000, price is going to have a reaction, right? You're gonna get a reaction. So because this is a developing POC, right? I would just wait to see how this POC develops as time progresses and see how it looks before when we got to 30,000. I wouldn't just say, okay, at 30,000, I'm just gonna go ahead on and just take a a sell limit and then place it there. Like I wouldn't do that because this is a developing profile. This is not a static profile. So when it's developing, that means these areas, this value area changes constantly. Not constantly, but it'll change on you, right? The same way the POC will change on you on the tape, right? Now it's still sitting at looks like I know it was at like 900 before. It may still be there. I don't know. Let me look. It's still there. But if you look at these little indentions like right here, this was a former POC, right? This was a former POC. This was a former POC. They move, right? Because those value areas change. So that's why I would not just say, "Oh, okay, I'm going to sell when I get to 30,000." I wouldn't. I would wait and I would reevaluate how price looks on this developing profile. Excuse me. And then I would look to trade, right? So right now, price is trading lower. So I would be looking to target, looking at 850. So price looks like it's going to get to 850. If you finally get to 850, then I would probably look to, if you need to get through 850 and then those buyers need to be gone, right? And then you can look to try to trade lower down into that 800 area, because once you get past 850, then 800, that's the next area you probably should be able to get to, especially if it breaks through this overnight value area high, right? Now, it may not get there. It may get here and then shoot all the way back up. We don't know. If we knew, we'd be gazillion trillionaires. But what price does is it does give us indications along the way of what she wants to do. And that's all we look for is indications to show us what her next move is. We don't try to predict it. We look for indications that's going to show us what the next move is, right? We don't just say, okay, well, we're gonna take a buy now or take a sell. No, we need some kind of context that's gonna give us some kind of clues that's gonna say, hey, I think I'm going to, I mean, not I think, I'm most likely going to trade higher or I'm most likely going to trade lower, right? Those clues are what we look for. That's what causes me to put a order on the books, right? Not just a random situation. So, yeah, I trade the value areas and I trade rest in liquidity as targets. Um, and then I just go with the flow of the buyers or the sellers from certain levels, right? I don't really trade support and resistance, supply and demand. What gives you supply and demand? Buyers and sellers, but liquidity resting, right? You can see liquidity resting, you can see what's going on, right? So I don't necessarily say, okay, if price comes to this area right here and it's rejected and they formed a support, now I'm going to look to target a supply area. Like my brain just does not even function like that anymore when I'm trading futures. It just doesn't. It only functions of value areas and rest in liquidity. And then if buyers and sellers, who is in control and who's likely to stay in control. That's how I trade, right? That's why I don't really trade Forex, because Forex is not going to give you all that data and you can't really trade it. And you can do it. You can use the volume profile on Forex. You can, right? You can, but you can't use order flow on Forex, right? I would say volume profile falls under that umbrella, but it's nothing like, like seeing the tape live or nothing like that. So that's the real deal. And that's really the reason why I don't trade Forex, is because I can't see I can't see when the buyers and sellers are entering the market. And I don't know what's happening, right? And I can't rely on just the candlestick chart to tell me, right? And you can trade it with the volume profile, you can, but and if I did, I'd be swing trading. I'd be on higher time frames catching. I would definitely wouldn't be scalping. I'd be catching higher time frame moves and using the volume profile if I was going to trade Forex. But I don't like Forex because Forex moves too slow. And I just, it's not, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not for me. It's just, unless I'm swinging, I'm not interested. So we're just on here, just seeing what it's going to do and seeing what's going to pan out. It's sitting right there at the POC, guys. Look at the tape. Price is right at the POC. And then there is your VWAP right there. There's your VWAP right there. And price has came to this level twice and then it bounced off of that level. Like there's one and there's two. So there's your bounce upward. So let's see if this is going to continue trading higher. What level is this so we can reference this level? It's about 29,851. 29,851. So let's look at 29,851. It's right here. It's basically right here. I mean, it's right here to be exact, but it's basically on that black line. So we're going to see if price is going to come and take out that 850 or what. Now it's just consolidating. Now it's just kind of it's in that point of control area where it's the most heavily. That's where price has found balance. So it's finding balance in the area that it's at and it's happy doing business there. That's why you see that consolidation. It's bad for us, but the market loves it. Right? We can't trade it, but they're happy at that place. So all right, let's see if we take out 850. Let's see if we can take out 850. Let's see if we can take out 850. We should, if we get some volume, we should come right to 850. I know it wants to take out 850. It does. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we get to 850. Let me see where it's at. Yeah, 850's got 152 lots resting. Those are buyers that want to make some money. If price didn't come down with a vengeance, then you probably could just put your stop like, let me see how far that is. I'd probably put my stop like right here. Like if I was gonna take, um, I don't really do these trades like this anymore. But if I was gonna take something, I probably would do it like this, and then target probably that would be my first targets would be right there at that value area low. Second target would be right here at the point of control, right? And then I would just put my stops like right here. That's where I would put my stops at. And I'd be willing to say, okay, if I'm wrong, I'm just going to be wrong right there. But the only way that I would leave that there is if I didn't see that if I saw the sellers losing control, then I would leave it there. If I see the sellers holding their positions and pushing price lower, then I'm going to take this off, right? And right now they're kind of in and out, right? They're kind of in and out. They're kind of in and out. And then your ultimate targets would be 29,800. 29,800. So I'm gonna take I took it off, but as you see, the price if it had tagged me in, this was your first target, which is right here at the value area low. That was your first target. It came right to it, but it didn't cross over it. Came right to it, but didn't cross over. And your stop loss was below this overnight value area high. Boom, just hit targets. Just hit targets. Just hit targets. Just hit targets. Now I know I got out of the trade right before it happened, but it just hit targets. So you see, this is why I trade using the volume profile and the tape. My second target would be here. If I didn't make it, I wouldn't even care because I would have already moved my stops already heavily into profit. Right? Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Going right towards it. Going straight towards it. Look at the tape. The tape gave you the setup. The tape gave you the setup. You see how these buyers are gone now? They got put in right at this level. You had a touch here, you had a touch here. The buyers got put in at this level, drove price higher. My first target was the value area low, which it got to. My second target would be the PLC, right? This is how I trade the market. I do not trade no supply and demand. There's no way I would have traded. There's no way I would have been no accurate like that without seeing what is going on behind the scenes. So boom, their second targets just met. Right? How many ticks was that? How many ticks was that? That was crazy. That was 200 ticks. That was a precise trade. Precise trade. And it was all from reading the tape and understanding the volume profile. So yeah, I think today was a good day. I had one trade where I did exit, and then one trade that was a winner. And then I just showed you guys how I get my winners. So, yeah, I think today was a good day. And I think I'm going to close out today here. I'm going to stop the recording and I'll chat with you guys for a minute. So, let me stop the recording. So, all right, guys, peace, peace, peace in the Middle East.